Alright, I am back with another real-time sketch video for you guys. This isn't technically a tutorial, but I'm hoping that these real-time process videos can help some people sort of understand how I do things. I know I get a lot of requests for full body tutorials, full face tutorials, and all of that, so my hope is just that these videos will kind of help break down that process for you guys. As you can already see, I start with a circle and a general shape of what sort of pose I want, and I throw in a few guidelines in there just to start drawing the eyes. Typically, I start with the eyes. I'll do like the top lash line, flesh that out, do the bottom lash line, and then work on the face from there. I usually like to spend a little bit of time fleshing out the eyes and really getting them to look the way that I want, because I find that personally, if I don't like the eyes from the start, I don't like the drawing, and I won't be motivated enough to finish it. Here you can see me start to flesh out the cheeks and the jawline, and for the nose, I kind of just do a little triangle shape, and then I'll leave it for a while until I've planned out the rest of the face features. You can see me sort of start to build on that nose shape, but I still don't really add too much detail to it just yet. I love to draw hair, and I think the best tip that I have for drawing hair is to just start with really basic shapes. Hair tends to seem more complicated than it really is, but as long as you keep your hand loose and then just kind of do some gentle swooping motions, usually it should turn out good. One thing to remember is that hair is never perfect. It's almost always pretty messy. You don't have to think of it as too complicated. Just do a bunch of fun shapes, whatever feels right. Once you've blocked out some shapes, I really like to go back in and add separate strands or chunks of hair that are broken off from the main shapes. This just gives it a little bit more life and volume. Of course, I almost never like my first pass of something with the pencil, especially when it comes to hair and hairstyles, because I don't always think of something that I like immediately. So I just come back in with the eraser and touch it up until I like it. I'm not good at drawing ears, so don't come for me, okay? I just draw some shapes and hope it works out. Same goes for any other part of the drawing. I realized that her face was just a little bit too far out and looking a little pudgy on that side. For the mouth, I typically like to start with the opening and then I'll build a bottom and top lip off of that. After adding a little bit more detail everywhere else, I like to come back to the face and start defining those features a little bit more. Here's where the nose triangle kind of comes in handy. Those bottom lines on the triangle will help me map out where I want the nostril to go. Okay, so once I have the sketch kind of looking the way I want, then I will come in with a darker color. In this case, it's just a typical graphite mechanical pencil. I like sketching in colored pencil because, one, I really like having multiple sketch layers with pretty much every drawing because it helps me flesh things out in a more methodical way. So the first layer is usually pretty messy, and then I'll build on top of it with another layer and start adding more details and cleaning things up a bit. But when I'm sketching traditionally, I just like using colored pencil because it's fun, and it makes it easier to tell the difference between my layers. Alright, I'm gonna let the music play for a little while here because I'm pretty much just repeating the same process but in a different color. I will list everything that I use in the description of this video, but for all of my white highlights, pretty much with every drawing, it's going to be a Prismacolor Premier colored pencil in white. They are incredibly pigmented and I have been using them for ages. I love them. Highly recommend. I like to blend graphite in a few different ways. Most of the time, however, it's either going to be a blending stump, which you can find at your local art store or online, or just a regular old Q-tip, or if I have neither of those things, my pinky. This is definitely my favorite part of sketching towards the end, when you get to add all the details and really flesh things out, add highlights, hair strands. This is where the drawing just really starts coming together. So we've pretty much come to the end here. I'm just adding in all those finishing touches and extra highlights. I really don't have too much else to say, but if there are any tutorials or specific videos that you'd like to see from me, please comment below and let me know. I'm hoping to start putting out a YouTube video once a week. But that's pretty much it, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.